Good morning, student. Today I will teach you the unit of the three pillars of the OOPS. So I will teach you what are the pillars of the OOPS. OOPS means object oriented programming language in the C#, and also the common object oriented programs. We have the sum of the main pillars. So that method is called pillars. Okay. So the pillars of the OOPS is what? First one is encapsulations. So what is the encapsulations? The encapsulation is nothing but it is binding the all the data members, means whatever data you are using in the class, variables and methods and the properties, you have the binding the data. So the binding the data members, it is a combining all the variables and properties and method, so belongs to the class and making the one property set. So that is the binding all the informations and methods and object. Okay, and it is giving the output of that one. So that is encapsulations. For the real life, one of the example is what the capsules, and the capsules is what the outer side is contain the cover. Okay, so inside the cover we have the mix of the some of the chemicals and whatever we have using the some of the materials, it is inside the capsules covering. So that it is binding. Okay, all the materials is bind in one of the cover, that is a capsules cover. Okay, so like that the encapsulation is what? Binding the all the informations inside the containing the classes in one of the properties. Okay, so that is one of the pillars of the object oriented. And next one is what? The abstraction. So the abstraction is the one of the pillars in the object oriented programming language. This is also very important. So in object oriented programming language, what happens, and the abstractions means what? The necessary data is showing to the user. Necessary data means which data is required to show to the user, that data only it is showing to the user. So other data it is hiding. Okay, it will not necessary, so it is hiding the data, it is not using for the user. So then which are the using necessary, that data only the showing to the user, that property is called abstraction. So the object oriented language is contain what? It is showing the necessary data to the user. Okay, so that is a abstraction. So the third pillar is what? The third pillar is what? So that one is content of inheritance. Okay, so the inheritance is also the very important the pillars of the one of the object oriented programming language. The inheritance means what? It is contain the relations between the classes. Okay, the process of creating the new class by extending the existing class is called the inheritance. Means what? You create the class based on the parent class. Based on parent class means what? You have to create the class derived by the father class. So the first class you have created, that is called the base class or father class. The next you have to create the child class, that is derived from the father class. So that the both classes have the link relationship. You have to create the relationship between the classes, that is called the inheritance. So different types of the inheritance is the using in a C# language and object oriented language. One is the single level inheritance. Single level inheritance means what? It is contained one base class and one child, or one father class. Base class means father class and one is a child class, and only the two class have the relationship, that is a single. Next one, multi-level inheritance is what? It is contained the one base class, and one base class is inherited by the so many classes. Okay, and for example is a grandfather is a base class, father class is it is under the grandfather class, and child is under the father class. So how this relationship is called the multi-level inheritance. Then multiple inheritance is the things. So that one is what? So the one class is the inherited by the two base class. So that is multiple inheritance. So like that the some of the inheritance is there. The inheritance concept is what? It is the creating the relations between the classes. Okay, so the here one example is there, the class shape. Okay, the public integer width, public integer height, these are the variables. Okay, so I am finding the program is what? It is showing the shape. Okay, rectangle area or whatever it is there, you have to calculate it. Okay, so I am taking for finding the rectangle shape. Okay, and that area of the rectangle. So you have to create the one of the class shape, and we have to using the variables width and height. And next, this is the one of the program public where the set width integer w and width equal to w. These are the variable w value stored in the width, and like that you have to use one more functions height, and this is the h, and h is a what, it is a value is stored in the height variables and the another class. Okay, so this is a derived. Okay, the class rectangle is a derived, and this class is what, the derived from the shape. Shape is a base class and the rectangle is a child class. How you have to derive? You have to use the semicolon and you have to use the shape, means class name. Okay, which one you have to, which class you have to derive. Okay, shape, the shape class is derived, and the both classes have the relationship. So it is, this meaning is what, the rectangle class is the sharing the shape class properties, means we have to share these informations w and height is declared here, and you have to share in the rectangle classes, that is relationship. Okay, now I am using the integer get and area. I am not declared here, I am directly I am using the return the width into height. Width and height is declared here. Okay, because we have the relationship, you have to access directly from this class. So width into height, and then I'm using one more of the class, just the main class, and you have to create the object for the child class, not base class, the child class. Okay, rectangle child class, and then you have to use the how to create the object and the rectangle, or this is object name obj new rectangle, then object dot set width 5. Set width 5 is a functions, and it will goes to here width, and w is a 5. I am passing the 5 value, so width becomes 5, and the set height 10, and it goes to here this properties, and h become height becomes 10. I am passing the 10 value, h equal to height equal to 5. The finally the result is what, you have to declare the object dot get area. Get area is where it is present in the child class, so you have to declare it. It is contain the width into height value. Okay, this is a final result and it will display. So this is a one of the pillars, and next one is